Welcome aboard. Hey, I hope you're having a great day. So, let me ask you a question. I know I say this almost every day when I do a broadcast, but what are you doing today? What's on your plan? What's on your plate? And I just want to say, do you have self-control? Because only you have control over yourself. Nobody else does. If you have a boss, they don't have control over you. No. Then you may think, if you're a young person watching this broadcast, you maybe think, well, my parents do because I live at home. Well, to some extent, they have control over your actions. They have control over what you're able to do, what you're able to not do at home, and since you're living there. But you have total control over yourself. You have control over the actions you take. You have control over what you say. You have control over how you feel. You have control over yourself. And when you realize that you are the only one that will ever have control over you, no one else will. So realize that, and as long as you do, and you're in that mode, and you're in that frame of thought, so keep it right there for a second. Be in that frame of thought. So knowing that you are the only one that has control over you, you will be free from anyone else's words, anyone else's actions, anyone else's drama, as long as you don't blame others. Don't blame others for you feeling like you have lack of self-control. Because in reality, in all reality, you have total control of your life, of what you're doing, of yourself. You have a mindset, you have a being that is in total control. So when you take that control and you take it to heart and you say, you know what I do is up to me. How I feel is up to me. So I'm going to let go of the guilt, the hatred, the revenge, the strife. Because what's going to happen is this will all fester against you. And so many people wonder why. Now, maybe you know someone like this, or maybe this is something that, is hitting home for you. I don't know. I'm just going to put it out there because it's so important. Especially when we're in this time of turmoil that we're up and down and everybody's not knowing what's going on. And, they're saying there's going to be another round of this isolation. There is. It's already been planned. We already know that. So, but you have self-control over what you do, over what you think. You have self-control over who you are and who you are being. So don't let anyone take that away from you. Whoops, I can't spell again. It doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter what your profession is. It doesn't matter how much money you have in the bank. It doesn't matter, because only you have control over you. Think about it. Only you. No one else has control over you. You can give people control, but in reality, they don't own you. Never. You are in total control. So, when you know that, and when you realize that, and when you're getting away from the things that hold you back, like I said, get away from the guilt. If you're guilty for something, if you feel guilty for something, let it go. You have to let it go. You have to let go of revenge. You have to let go of hatred. Hatred is the worst thing, because when you hate something or somebody, it doesn't hurt that person. No, it doesn't. It doesn't even faze them. They don't even feel it. It only hurts you. So if you're feeling the strife, oh my gosh, so many people are in strife and they don't even realize it. So my question for you is, do you realize what strife actually is? It's angry. It's bitter. It's disappointment over, let me see. I looked it up to make sure. Fundamental issues. It is crazy. It is It is so minute that we put so much emphasis in our lives. So when you can keep strife at bay and keep a clear mind and take control, because your mind is always giving you clues where you should go. Your mind is giving you maybe pictures of different things you're seeing. Maybe you're in a half sleep, half awake thing, nap type thing, or maybe you're meditating and you get an inspiration on what you should be doing or what you should be helping people with, or different things like that. So this is a unity of clear mind. And when you're doing this, take a listen to what your vibrations are telling you, because you have control. You have self-control over yourself. So take a listen to what your vibrations, maybe it's giving you pictures. Have you ever sat there, or maybe you're working and doing something, and all of a sudden a picture flashed across your thoughts of maybe someplace you were, maybe you've seen yourself doing something and seeing yourself be having this certain thing you were doing or whatever. Did you just dismiss that and say, oh, well, that was just a daydream? Well, maybe, but it meant something. Maybe you're supposed to take a trip. Maybe you're going to do something. But you have to put those steps into action to make them happen. They're not just going to happen. You're given a clue, so to speak. And it is the mindset and it is the subconscious, conscious mind trying to work together when they're getting you on that path. So a peaceful energy, you want to just be peaceful. If you find you wake up in the morning and you're just in a state of being where everything is just irritating and you went to bed that way, you're going to wake up that way. It is a given. You can stop that. Stop it immediately before your feet even hit the floor, guys. Stop that thought. Stop that feeling. Stop it. How? I'm glad you asked, because how is the easy part? Take a deep breath. Before you even get out of bed, take a deep breath and say, you know what? That was then, this is now, and my day is fabulous. My day is successful. My day is whatever you want it to be. Create your day before you start your day. And I encourage you to meditate, because any one of us, and we highly encourage this because we know how powerful meditation is. And we know how powerful and how much it's changed our own lives for the better, that we encourage you to have the same experience. We encourage you to have the same focus. Why not? There is more than enough of everything in the world to go around. There is more than enough wealth to go around. It does not matter what state of being our governments are in, whatever government you are in, whatever country you live in. It doesn't matter, because you are the only one who can set your path. You are the only one who can be the leader of yourself. It's true. And when you are in focus with what you want, what you're doing, and you have self-control, you have it. Sometimes we let it slip. It's like what is the right analogy I can think for that one? And I try not to have too much dead air when I'm doing this. But let me think about the right word for that, and I'll get back to you on that. But the awareness of your thoughts and the process, like I said, it may come in pictures, it may come in vibrations, it may come in something from somebody. Maybe someone's going to say something to you, and that will trigger something in your subconscious mind to say, hey, this thought was there. I need to get this to him or her. I need to get this to you. So, and that's going to happen. It's probably happened more than you realize, and you just haven't taken stock of it. This is where being in line with yourself, definitely be in line with source, be in line with your mindset, be in line with what you want to create in the life you want. It's all your self-control. But a lot of us, as we go through these paths, and a lot of us, if we weren't using these systems as we were growing up, maybe we are just coming into them here, maybe late in our lives and we're just becoming aware of the different things that are happening and the awakening. This is called the awakening, this phase of the Earth's life that we're in. It's called the awakening. You've probably heard of this before. And the biggest part of it being called the awakening is a lot of people are actually coming to terms with the fact that they have a mindset that can change their life. They have a mindset that will encourage and prosper and give you confidence and self-sufficient thoughts of being and doing and having. There's so much evolving in our world, and I mean the world itself right now. And if you listen carefully to what the earth is saying, if you listen carefully to the vibrations that are coming from the earth itself, listen carefully. You'll be surprised. There are so many messages for each and every one of us individually, for ourselves. So when you take control of yourself, because only you can do this. I can't take control of you. Your boss can't take control of you. No one else can take control of you. It's all about what you think, what you do, the people you hang around with. If you're hanging around with a group of people that they do not encourage your individuality, they do not encourage your self-control, they do not encourage you to be who you are, then you might want to look at a different group of people that you're hanging around with, because that can definitely take you down the bad path. So let me make sure I covered everything I wanted to on this note I made for myself, because I wanted to make sure that I get everything out, because everyone knows I meditate every single day. Every morning I meditate, and when I meditate, I get inspiration on what it is I need to talk to you about. And I found out over doing this for a long time that whatever I'm talking about on that day, a specific topic, there's someone out there who needed to hear what I was saying. So there were a few times, and I want to just divulge this to you. There were a few times when I got an inspiration to talk about a certain thing, but I had another thing on my mind that I really thought that was going to be more beneficial to everybody. So I went with the other thing. And come to find out down the road in talking to some other people, and they were like, oh, well, I was hoping you would talk about this on that day. And I was like, I said to myself, not to anybody else, I was like, oh man, I was supposed to talk about that and I didn't. So I've learned that every topic has a recipient. Every topic has someone who needs what it's being divulged. So therefore, that is why my topics are so up and down all the time, is because I never know what it is I need to speak about until the next day, until the morning when I meditate. Then I know what I need to talk about. So then I have to sometimes do some research on it really fast and see what's going on and make sure I get all the facts in order. But if it's like a system or a strategy or something I'm using or that I'm putting out there, those I have always tried and tested way before I even put them out. So don't think that anything I'm telling you, okay, well, I've got something here for you, it's going to work. Well, it will work, because I've already tried and tested it, and if it's already converting, I will never, ever put anything out that does not convert. Plain and simple. So use this simple tip of self-control and stay away from the guilt, the hatred, the revenge, the strife, because all of these will fester. All of these vibrations will fester in you and against you. The only person you are hurting with having hatred, with having guilt, with having revenge thoughts, with having strife, is you. You do not hurt anyone else with your thoughts of that. You don't hurt anyone else, only yourself. Yourself is the recipient of all of your energy, of all of your thoughts. So keep that in mind. Because anything that you're putting out there, you are giving a part of that back to yourself, not just to other people. Now, if you're out there and you're helping people, and maybe you're a speaker, That's a little bit different there because you are projecting love and goodness and happiness and prosperity to the people you're talking to. Therefore, you're not holding any animosity or any hatred or any revenge or any strife or any guilt against those people. So keep that in mind. Speak from the heart. Speak from helping and loving and caring, because anything you say can help a person. Your words that you give out can help someone to get through a tough time, to get through a day, to get past whatever's going on. And remember, the spirit world is all around us. If you take the time to listen, you might be surprised on who's talking. You might be surprised on the vibration you get from a certain person. You never know. You'd be surprised the people that come through when you're paying attention. And sometimes they don't be quiet, and it's hard to get them to shush. But that's another story, okay? Okay, friends, please take self-control, because only you control yourself. Nobody else does. And don't give anyone else that control. If you're giving someone else the control to tell you what to do, when to do it, and how to do it, not good. You don't have to. You can do a job without being micromanaged. You can do a job without being criticized. You can do a job from learning what you need to learn. You can learn a job from your skills. Okay? Okay, guys, I know you're successful, and I know you're striving to be the best you can be. And I don't mean strife. Striving is different than strife. Okay, I'm getting off on a tangent now, so I'm going to call this a day. And thank you so much for joining me. And I wish you all the best. Please like, share, and subscribe. And let me know if there's anything I could do for you. If anyone's having problems getting leads, getting sign-ups, growing your upline, or whatever people are calling it nowadays, your team, let me know, and I'll help you. Okay? I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.